Is this not the most frustrating thing you've ever seen? In order to get your hood open, you got to jam something in there. Yeah, place you can't see, to release that hood latch. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I know about this and why it's this way. And then I'm going to show you a fix that works great. Let's get started. For those of you that live on the other side of the Atlantic, maybe it's a good time to fast forward a little bit, because this is a good old American rant. Yeah, from my understanding, this garbage hook release was created for the Europeans. Part of the EU safety requirements or something. They said that you can't have it so that you can easily release the hood. You have to have at least where you need some sort of tool. I think they actually proposed the key out of the ignition to be able to release this. Now, Deere or other manufacturers wouldn't have to do this in the US, right? They could have two different parts, two different approaches, but they've chosen to make it simpler for themselves and just have one worldwide solution. There's a few other things on the tractor that are done specific for Europe, as I'm sure there are things that are done specific for the USA that the Europeans find frustrating. So, I guess it runs both ways. But hey, let's fix it. Now what I've got here is a couple of replacements. I got these from 3dfusionlabs.com. Yeah, you can use code TTWT. Link will be in the description as well. But there's a black one and a green one, and I actually put a yellow one on Johnny X. So you can get whatever color you want. You can even mix and match. So I think for this tractor, I think I'll use a mixed color. I think I'll use the green one with the black button. This is the last time for this, at least on this tractor. This little nub right here is just like the factory one, and there's a nut that goes on that. It's not a normally threaded nut. I'll show it to you as soon as I get it off. It can be removed with a 7/16 inch wrench, probably a pair of pliers, whatever. But it's pretty simple here. That's all there is to getting it loose. This 2020 model has this backer plate, I guess you might call it, a little piece of rubber that was included in the original. My 2019 didn't have that. Okay, and it's built a little bit different shape with that knob being not quite as long, so I don't think I better go back on with that backer plate. So I'll go this just direct like this, and I'll take my little nut and put it right back on there. Now the rod inside actually goes in the hole right here, so we'll stick this rod through here, and then we'll put it in the hole. So that's the way that it actually goes. I'll use my 7/16 wrench here. Now you saw that nut, it's not very substantial, so this is not something you put a lot of torque on. We're just trying to get it so that it's not loose. And if we get it held in there far enough, then we know the inside rod's not going to fall out of the hole there that it needs to stay on. 30 seconds, folks. 30-second install, 3 seconds to open the hood now. What could be better than that? Oops, there, it's stuck for me. I jammed it in a little bit too far. This works on 1 series, 2 series, 3 series, 4 series, I'm sure. It does not work on the 5E that I've got. That hood is totally different, but it's under hood release, 3dfusionlabs.com. And yeah, don't take offense, Europeans, it's just the way it is. It's easiest to replace these things with the loader off. But in this case, just taking the loader back a little bit makes it so I can get in here. This one's built exactly the same way as my 1 series, except it doesn't have that little backing plate I was talking about. I drop every one all the way down in there. Yep, nuts identical, everything's identical to the 1 series. Hey! Now this particular one from 3D Fusion Labs has the tractor imprint just like the factory one. The only difference is that it's not painted white in there, but it's indented instead of sticking up, whatever that's called, protruding. But I really like that this has got the little tractor. I think that's a little more of a nice design than just a plain front. I do think I like the yellow one the best. I believe that's my favorite one so far. The green is not exactly the same as the John Deere green, and the black, well, that's boring. So we put the front on, stick the knob through, stick the rod into the hole, which doesn't stay really good while the front plate's not tight. And then getting this nut started straight is a little bit difficult because, again, it's only got that one thread on it, right? Meant to grab that plastic, and that's all it needs to do. Technically, you wouldn't have to thread it in there. You could just push it on and it would catch, but it seems to work a little easier to thread it on there. Again, 7/16" wrench. Now, 3D Fusion Labs has several other 3D printed products, and they're all very competitively priced. I've got one on the way. Those bolts in the floorboard of the 1 Series always collect dirt, mud. Those are really, really frustrating. And so 3D Fusion Labs has made some covers for those bolts that I'm going to put on and see if I can eliminate that problem. That works nicely. Yep, perfect. Now I'm out. I only had 3 of them, and I've used it on Johnny X, my other 1025R, and now Johnny 3, and I've still got Johnny 2 that's the old-fashioned way. So I guess I'm going to have to place another order at 3dfusionlabs.com, and yeah, I won't forget coupon code TTWT. While I'm there, I'm probably going to look around at some of the other cool stuff he's got. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. Open my eyes that I may see wonderful things in your law. Yeah, that's right. I took the loader off, backed up a few feet. Maybe I should have taken the rear ballast off first.